What's up, guys? I'm Tommy Ashman of Ashman Athletics. I'm here today with the one and only D Skutty, the hugest man in the game. We're going to be running through some mobility and bulletproofing drills, and he's going to show me how to get an insane pump. Let's get to it.
I don't know if I'm making it tight down shoulder. So right there,
Yeah.
you just want to make sure it's straight up and down. You're not the
Yeah.
elbow
You're
down.
trying to work it right in line with your spine, and what you're trying to do the whole time, keep the stick behind your body, so you're forcing your arms back.
So
And
I'm not
that's-
trying to touch my body. I'm just trying to keep it a little.
Yeah, you're trying to get it as far behind you as possible. It's okay if it touches your body, but the point is you're getting this behind your back mobility to open your shoulders up. And that's going to force open everything in your whole shoulder blade area. All the scapular muscles, the rhomboids, the rotator cuff, everything like that.
The right shoulder is definitely a lot tighter.
Yeah, there you go. And you're just working through it with no load just to open the joint up. If you do this 2-3 times a day, 4 days a week, for like 30 seconds, you'll feel yourself just naturally open up because your body's going to respond to the movement.
Yeah, I have bad posture, so I like slouch my shoulders forward and keep my chest kind of in.
Yeah. Have you do rotator cuff high pulls? So all you're going to do, you're just going to bring your hand behind the staff, and you're just going to pull your rotator cuff open like this. I like to do 10 each side.
So yeah, here with it.
Yeah.
And now, where you at? Yeah, like that.
Yeah,
right?
so you're behind your elbow. Yeah, so you grip on it. You want it like right there. And then you're gonna crank it up a little bit. Work into the stretch. Feel your rotator cuff open up. There you go.
You have a certification in this or anything?
Yeah.
So you studied, yeah.
Yeah, so I have my stretch therapy certification as well as my personal training certification. And then a lot of my martial arts training was really geared around mobility. A lot of the hop keto stuff is all rotational stretches. So let's get into some of the stuff that's actually gonna like work those muscles on a strength level. So I think towels are one of the most underrated tools you can use in fitness because you have an object that's again totally loose, but can offer you serious isometric contraction, and it's really easily manipulatable, so you can move through a lot of ranges of motion without losing that tension on the muscles. Kind of like a resistance band, but it's a mover. Focus on keeping your shoulder blades. Here, I'm not sure if you guys can see. So you want to focus on keeping your shoulder blades pulled back and down like that. Hands right out in front, and you're just going to try and pull the towel apart, keeping your shoulder blades in the right position. And you're going to pull the towel apart for 20 seconds, and while that's happening, I'm just going to tap it with my fingers in different directions, and you're going to feel all the stabilizer muscles in your shoulders fire off. Give me 1 second.
Do my shoulders push out forward or kind of locked out?
Locked back and down. So don't let your shoulders come up by your ears. Really focus. There you go. Just like that. And all I'm going to do is this.
You can even feel some lat working in it.
Yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. There you go. Pump start.
Something like that. The hard nipple started, that's for sure.
The nipple pump. Don't skip nipple day.
Never skip nipple day.
Keep your shoulders pressed down. There you go. Pull in from right there. There you go. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. Not bad, right? The hip helper is a device for myofascial release and active pressure. What you can do with it is use it all over the body, basically to hit certain pressure points where you're holding tension. We're going to start with psoas, because you mentioned that before. So what you're going to do, you're going to set it right above your waistband, below your belly button, right in between your ab and oblique.
It's fixing me up quick, bro. I'm gonna have to do a dunk on somebody real quick.
What? How high do you have to jump to dunk? Like, imagine it's not that difficult for you.
I mean, bro, I'm only 6'5". Like, that might seem tall, but that's like the average height of an NBA point guard.
Yeah.
So you see how small those guys look on the court?
Yeah.
I played like center power forward my whole life.
He just went behind the mound. I just saw a dude like doing barrel rolls though.
There's so much crazy. There's even wedding photos right here. Like, you see that?
Yeah, there
There's so much stuff going on.
Oh my
here.
god. Yeah.
Physical therapy.
Physical therapy on the basketball courts. Also, like all the rocks down there are great for rock climbing.
Really?
Yeah.
They're not loose.
No, it's.
I'm afraid of heights. Not bad. That's not my.
Dude, how can you be afraid of heights? You are the heights.
Literally.
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not familiar with pain.
Oh.
Like, for the first time since I fucked my back.
Dude, sweet. I'm really glad it could help.
Yeah, I have like complete mobility right now.
You want to talk on these guys?
I might have to, bro. It was like, what are your hacks? Like, what's like your fitness hack if you can bring it to whoever needs to hear it?
Yeah.
So like being that I am a personal trainer and I just started to train for bodybuilding, which I want to compete in.
Yeah.
I travel the majority of the year being a bodyguard, you know, for Kevin or
Yeah.
Fetty. So one thing I do is I'll save my cheat meal, right? Like it's easy to travel and be like, oh, like I'm traveling, so I'm just gonna have my cheat meal now because my routine is thrown off. But that's the worst thing you can do because normally when you're traveling, vacation, whatever it may be, you're not eating as much. So you want that one meal or 2 meals you're getting in to be the most optimal thing you can have. Even when I'm on a flight, like I'll get the almonds, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll stick with the waters and black coffee. You want to keep your metabolism going. Because even the flights alone, that makes you retain water.
Yeah.
So I said, you know, eat as healthy as you possibly can. Save your cheat meal for when you get home. Take the steps. If you have an option to take the steps instead of an escalator or elevator, do it. Burn more calories, get more steps in. And then, you know, if you're somewhere where you can't get a healthy meal in, get the meal with the least amount of calories that you enjoy. Just the little things add up over time. So you travel a lot, you're just a regular 9 to 5 person, like you might even be sitting in your car, like pack a box of almonds, like pack something healthy. Don't just get a bag of chips or something quick at a gas station.
Yeah.
And then when we're in the hotel rooms, if I know I don't have time to work out that day, whoever I am, I do a quick 4-round circuit.
Okay.
It'll be 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 10 air squats, 10 burpees. That'll be like 10 up downs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I'll do the 10 mountain climbers each leg. Anything that involves 2 sides, I do 10 each.
Okay.
I'll do like, 10 of the side crunches. I can't really show everything with my back.
Yeah.
But
You can run me through it.
yeah, man, if you want
Yeah.
to give it a shot.
Let's do it.
10, then 10 diamond push-ups to hit the triceps.
Go right into it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. On the 10, stay in that position, get into a plank. 10-second plank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now 10-second plank on the forearms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yo, you're gonna hit 10 of those.
Oh yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Like that's insane. I've never seen that. That is a one-man flying machine. I saw one of them doing a barrel roll over there earlier.
Really?
So how did you get into bodyguarding and training A-list celebrities?
So, I had a very short stint in the NFL,
Okay.
and that was my goal since like 5th grade. That was the only dream I ever had in my life.
Really?
And then when it ended so quick, I was like, man, like what else am I passionate about? Like you lose your whole identity, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, the thing that I enjoyed most that was tied into sports was the off-season weightlifting training. Like, because I was able to correlate that to football or basketball. Like, I transition well. Some people are weight room warriors, and they're the softest dude on the football field. For me, I was able to use that, bring it to football. So I got into the training, got my certification, ISSA, nutrition, trainer, CPR, all that. And then I was like, man, like it's still not doing it for me. I love my clients, I love bettering people's lives, but I was thinking like I need to train celebrities, I think, to just kind of fulfill my need to be doing something that's the best in the world. Like when you go from the NFL, that's you know, you realize you have what it takes to be the best in the world at something. So why can't I apply it to something else?
You want to have that just feeling of excellence in whatever you're doing. There's like a sense of almost like personal fulfillment that comes with that. And I noticed that a lot too in my work. Like I take pride in my work. Like you've seen the swords I make. I make most of those with my own two hands. And there's something about like making something and making it excellent that just it brings deep satisfaction to the soul. And I think more and more it's becoming a lost art. Like a lot of people now kind of want the easy way to success or the easiest way to get a six-pack or whatever. And the easiest way isn't the best way. The best way is usually the most work-intensive and most difficult way. Do you think that like having that mindset is what allows you to be around other excellent people and have them want you to be around them?
Yeah, honestly, bro, because I didn't reach out to Fetty Wap. Like I was living in New Jersey. We lived 40 minutes apart. I actually assumed he lived out in LA or maybe Miami. I didn't even know he was still in Jersey. And I would I worked out at a private training facility, and the owner gave me a 24-hour access. So I would get all my meals in throughout the day, and I would go in late at night and just put my headphones on and take out, all my depression, everything that football left me with, mentally I struggle with, I would just let it out in the gym. So I'll just be yelling, screaming, running, throwing weights. And then Fetty Wap DM me. He was like, hey bro, you were on my For You page the last couple of days, like, are you training clients? And I was like, yeah. He was like, we exchanged numbers, he called me up. He was like, how much you want up front? I was like, I don't want any money, bro. Like, come, the first session's free, like, with anyone, just to see if you even like how I train. So, we started training, and this is gonna stick with me, like, till the day I die, but it's, like, one of the best moments of my life. We were doing a seated dip machine, and I asked him, I was like, how does that feel? He was like, I don't know, bro. He's like, this is the first time I've ever lifted weights in my life. So, like, I put Fetty, like, the first time he was ever in the gym, his experiences with me, like, fast forward 4 years later, I'm still his trainer. But so that kind of stuck with me, and then he was like, you're the first trainer that treated me like a person. He's like, I never had a trainer because people would DM me asking for money up front, trying to charge like $500 a session. I charge him for a session what I charge everyone else. There's no, why would I try and empty his pockets? Because he works really hard and chases his dreams when other people aren't willing to do that. Like, that doesn't seem right just because he makes all that money. And then to kind of just, by me being me and wanting to see him get out of it what he wanted to, we became like best friends, bro, brothers, hang out every day. And then one day he was asking me to be his bodyguard so we could hang out more.
Dude, that's sick.
Yeah, and then that's kind of the same thing how I met Kevin. I was just out with one of my best friends at a club. One of Kevin's songs came on in the club, and someone was like, oh my God, that's Kevin Gates over there. And we had a show coming up where we were going to open up for him with Fetty. So I just introduced myself, and before I even got a word out, he just gave me a big hug. Never met him in my life. Like, touched heads. He was like, what's up, my brother? I was like, what's up, bro?
Sick.
He was like, I felt your energy from across the room. He was like, I knew we were brothers before we even met. So we exchanged numbers, and then I became his bodyguard like 8 days later. I went on tour with him.
Wow.
I think that's what's missing a lot in, like, not only the world but in like professions. Like you hear about influencers and people at the top of their field. It's just the genuine human connection.
This humanizing of celebrities and of excellent people, which I think is one of the coolest things about our age of social media, is being able to have conversations like this and broadcast into the world and just be like, hey, like having a big number behind our name, whether it's a follower count, a dollar sign, a number of views, or Spotify listeners, it doesn't change the fact that we are people who, more times than not, worked our asses to get where we are, and we just want to be treated like people. We want to work as professionals, and we hold the people around us to that standard. But it doesn't mean we're, doing something fake or different or anything. It's just like we're working, and we want to be around people who are interested in working.
Yeah, exactly. You want to be around greatness to be great.
Yeah. And I honestly, like, when I met you, I thought it was really cool how open with me you were. Because, like, your vibe as just a 6'5" jack dude with, the black banner, D Skutty, like, it is aggressive. As a lot of fitness logos are. And you just sitting there, like, you can come off as intimidating, but as soon as I introduced myself, you were the friendliest, warmest dude at the whole expo. And, you're already working with A-listers. That was my first expo. You reached out to me to make this video, and to me, that was a massive form of just validation on my end, because I look at you as someone who's a total pro in this, and you wanted to work with me, and that's, like, both, like, very humbling and very invigorating at the same time, so.
Yeah, like, that ties into what I said about being genuine. Like, you were the first person that came up to my booth with their own product that wasn't like, oh, like, what do you do? Here's my business card. Do you want to buy this? Or can you post, like, you know what I'm saying? You were like, I make these big fucking Viking swords. Like, come see if you can pick this shit up. And I'm sitting there like, that's cool as hell. Because that was the only booth at the whole expo that I actually did something at.
Really?
I honestly thought I couldn't do it. Like,
Really?
I saw Larry do it, which, I'm signed by PR. I'm
Really?
one of his
Okay.
athletes, and I have a YouTube collab with him on
Nice.
his page. So I'm like, damn. And I'm watching him, and he didn't do it like he does everything else. Like, when he, you see an 800-pound deadlift, he's like that, drops it. So I'm like, damn, like, that actually, I might not be able to do it, and that's what made me want to try it. Because you weren't like, oh, like, if you buy this sword, you can come do, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You were just genuine, and you're an entrepreneur, and you brought something unique to the Fit Expo, so it intrigued me, and I thought that was cool. Like, you were just genuine about it.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, all I want to do is create an experience for people that they can look back and have joy with. The product sells itself, and if people have a good time and they want to give me money, that's great.
Yeah.
But I just want to make people have a good experience, and I trust that that's enough to generate money for me.
And just so y'all know, I did do it. I was able to lift the Dragon Slayer?
Yeah, we have it on video.
I did.
It's in the vlog, don't worry. We know. I think that is a fantastic conclusion to a fantastic day. This has been a wonderful experience training with you. I think we should absolutely run it again. Probably in the gym next time so we can really get some some metal movement.
Yeah, I'll be able to actually show you my thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you went through the travel workout pretty easy, so you gotta pump some iron now.
Oh yeah. All right, let's get it.
it.
Great seeing you too.
Nice.